Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Rummer, and this is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All, and we are still in this court case. I think it's going to last for a long time, but also, since we only have a day to do this, I'm wondering, will we get an extension? Because there's no way this case, like the last case, is going to end in one day of a trial. I heard this is one of the longest episodes ever, so we'll have to see exactly how that goes. Also, we found a photograph that Wendy Oldbag stole. Wendy Oldbag is a liar. All she does is lie. She loves lying, and she passes it off as like, well, I don't have to explain myself to you. Let's hope we get around this somehow. So there's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. If this was Von Karma saying it, I'd be like, no, I'd like to see all the photos. But since it's Edgeworth, I kind of trust him. Please present it to the court. Holy crap. What's up with his pants? He's like standing on his pants. This is the Nickel Samurai. See, I told you, that's the guy I saw. This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. Lotta added the photo to the court record. What does all this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, I'm curious too. This photo by itself does not prove that the person is the defendant, however. In his own confession, Mr. Ungar clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume. If that's the case, then this Nickel Samurai is the defendant. Oh shit. I always hated that when that happened with my pants when I was younger. If I had pants that were too big for me, which happened a lot. Sorry about that, guys. As I was just saying there, I always just hated when I had pants that were like a little bit too big for me, and they would drag down. And if it was raining, then you'd be like effed. And the simple solution was like always pull up your pants a little bit more, right? I was a stupid dumb kid. Or roll up your pants legs or something like that. Final comments, Mr. Wright. The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is a decisive evidence against your client? If this photo really is decisive, then we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I'll put Maya's life in jeopardy. See, that's the thing. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lotta took, there's something strange with it, right? Like, there's something strange with this photo. I knew this was coming, right? Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. There is no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. The judge is getting ready to get the bailiff, just in case he takes out the bunker buster. Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where in the heck did you take the photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't you take a good shot, especially when it counts? Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange? What about this? What about this photo is it the pants leg? Wait, is this? I can't believe a dumb. If this is true, I'm gonna present it anyway. I have a save right before this, so I'm not really worried too much about it. What are you pointing to? His ankles? If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. Wait, I cannot know. Do we have the picture of the... We have a picture of the Nickel Samurai, right? Yes, you can see his socks here. Okay, I didn't think this was going to be it, but okay, hold on a second. My estimation, when I picked the ankles, the reason... At first I just was noticing it because it's something that would happen to me as a kid, and I used to hate it. But then, like, I guess... This person, they don't give their heights here. They don't at all. But it's perfectly reasonable that you could say Matt on guard, just judging by their pictures here even, is taller than Adrian Andrews. So maybe Adrian Andrews putting on the costume would mean that the pants were a little bit too big. What does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On guard. Yes. What is the meaning of this? I wonder if you would care to elaborate with actual facts, that is. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Yeah. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the how this is fucking dumb. I don't know how I can say it's dumb look. Maybe it's weird. I don't know what it is, how I got this. His socks. You can see his socks. Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his hakama up just to walk. There's no, wait, hold on 1 second. Is that in the photo that we have here? So they are holding up the, I didn't guess that anyway. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside the costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Yes. We're doing good, we're doing good. Alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. Huh? What is it? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. Of course he's Edgeworth. He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride. What? What is happening? Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. He doesn't feel under attack? That I haven't damaged this case at all? Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not man on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. It's true. It's true. I mean, like, he's gonna have something now. I know he is. Like, that's what he does. But, like, you know, I don't know. I figured it would come to this. What? Right. I have something I want to ask you. I think you've proven that the person inside this costume is not mad on guard. In that case, who is it? It's Adrian Andrews, right? If the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume... Who is the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume? Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edward's attitude, don't you think? Yeah. Why is he so calm? Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in this photograph? It's Adrian Andrews. Like, for sure. Like, or at least that's the only lead we have. Adrian Andrews? If you want to know who that Nickel Samurai is, it's none other than this woman. And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short. And she can freely move in and out of Mr. On Guard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. On Guard that night. And how does that all add up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. On Guard's fingerprints all over. I said this. I thought this from the start. A knife that used as a murder weapon? Why don't you just say what it is you want, Wright? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Oh, Phoenix. He can be badass sometimes, right? He can be badass sometimes. Order, order, order! It looks like the trial has hit its most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor? This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to a court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. Shit. But here's the thing, right? This person should know that it takes more than like a day to like get someone acquitted. One more day? If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya... Now then, we shall send Miss Andrews a testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court. Should I... I don't think we can... Like, what can we say? Like, we'd have to, like, give up, like, the exact news. We'd have to tell, you know... Like, we'd have... I gotta do it for Maya anyway. I would much prefer to not raise an objection. But I have to think, like... But I honestly think that, like, I don't think it matters. Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass the verdict today. I can't do that. We cannot hear Mrs. Andrews. I abhor wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. Edgeworth! Yes! But, we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. Unexpected development. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. What do you mean by that? That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Mr. Andrews is all happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What? What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She's the next witness. Everything was planned out in advance by that man? I mean, it's... Wait, by that man or like by Edgeworth? Because it seems like it was just Edgeworth, Phoenix. Like, I don't think we have to think too much into it. Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like the battle is far from over. Exactly. Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. I guess there we go. Is it gonna to be continued? It is gonna be to be continued. I'm not ready. Like, the fact that, like, Edgeworth has had, like, everything. Like, everything thought out up to this point. Kind of terrifying. But at the same time, I think we need to, like, understand that, like... He wants... I think deep down, even if he doesn't seem like it right now, he wants justice just as we do. And I trust him in a weird, weird way. March 22nd, 2:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Dude, I can't believe that no way. Not cool. And collected Adrian Andrews. She is your manager. It would have been very easier for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony during the break, huh? Oh, he was sleeping. I was sleeping like a log the entire time. She could have also easily planted that blood-covered button on your hakama. Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Yes. She's the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Corrida. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time the trial's over. It'll be a right. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. Get me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? And on guard, I will give you the world. I will give you the world. Best character. Phoenix, you think your motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note? This is so weird. You're in Pearl's body. It's so weird. Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note and the person thought it would to have hidden it. Is Juan Corrida the victim of this murder? And that's why I think Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. All to get the suicide note back. That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me. What? Who was it that first told us about the relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impacts. It was Edgeworth. It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet. March 22nd, 2:25 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room. I don't know what happened there, but I think I was dying. Ah, she's so cool. What is your occupation? I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Monagard. I see. Now then. Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request. Yeah, sure. What is it? I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently. Ah, no, I have no idea what you mean. I never even heard of Gossip Land. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. I agree. Anyway, I was wondering, if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Critter. Okay, so we have that out in the air. We kind of knew this. It's not great to, it's not awesome to know this because, again, I feel for Miss Andrews a lot. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan, but this was a private matter between Juan and myself. So it was fry and bait matter. Or was it bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing. But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that. I think there's someone who would beg to differ. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews. Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder. Edgeworth has it all here. Edgeworth has us. And like, I know they've been talking about before this, but like, it just seems like every single question, every single moment or even movement that he's making in this court case is like he wrote it down before and like it's all planned out. I think we're in trouble. It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. Yes. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. We'll have to press that. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene in the crime scene photo. I'll press that too. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. You poured yourself a glass of juice? Yes, sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass are made, Your Honor. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Phoenix. She's one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. Yes, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupt her pacing? She's the type of woman who would easily be thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. This instant you let up on her offense is the instant this trial is over, understand? So we said 3, 4, and 5, was it? We were going to press? 1, 2, 3, and there was his dead. Yeah, I want to press this first. You were in shock. What? Was I not supposed to be? Miss Andrews is a very calculating person, and despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Corrida. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. True, very true. Look how cool Edward looks. And you can seriously expect that a young beauty like you would be... Why, what? Does your level of being shocked compare to how beautiful you are? Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. I agree. I see. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. Press that. This is the photo you're referring to, correct? Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest. And the guitar case was like this too? Yes, it was open and empty, of course. And then what did you do next, witness? I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. We're gonna press the fifth statement. But I was just like, I was wondering if I had forgotten like a statement afterwards. But we'll press this. Juice? Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on the wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm that with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Wankarita, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself a glass of juice. And what of it? That face is like terrifying and awesome at the same time. My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind. It's no big deal. What was she starting to say just now? Yeah, press further. Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that you said you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. I do too. I actually have no idea. Actually, so would I. Okay, Edgeworth's on my side. I'm sorry. It's just kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. So does she think this is embarrassing, I wonder, because she's so determined to put up that facade that she is like always calm and collected, that like any moment where she is not at her best, she doesn't want people to know? Oh, cool pants. Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor of the crime photo? Wait, do we have a picture of the crime scene? Do we have a picture of the crime scene? Okay, so there it is anyway, okay. But then... was there... I'm thinking at that point then, was there much of a struggle then? If she knocked that over? It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such important piece of information? I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, okay, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess. It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have revealed to your testimony. I'm sorry, but... You're sorry, but what? You're sorry, but what? I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. I was the one who knocked the flower vase over where it fell into the guitar case. So let's see, we have... So this is where we start, okay. So I don't think we can do anything with this. We have to do something with one of these though. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. Again, like I'm just... Like again, look, it's like... There's nothing... Like exactly the same scene. We're not going to present anything, by the way. I just want to look at this stuff, guys. Exactly the same scene. I'm kind of drawing a blank here. Because it seems like this is what they're trying to draw us to, right? Like, we have the tomato juice, which she explained on the table, the knife in the chest, the glass on the ground, the open guitar case. Wait. Okay. This... I've just been looking at the photo, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know if I cut that out or not. Maybe I didn't or did. I don't know. There's water stains on the ground, but there's also a water stain right beside the buckle there of the guitar case, but not inside the guitar case. 1 second. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct? What I'm thinking is, how come the inside of the guitar case is completely... There's no water, there's no shards, but the side of it is wet? Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's not some problem. It's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's not exactly... That's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, it was true to if it was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. That's very true. Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case. And what is that? I think that's probably a great place to end this video. It's really honestly going to be getting like a lot stranger and a lot crazier as time goes on in this case. I'm kind of worried that Edgeworth has like so much of an airtight plan that we're gonna have to like have so much more of those one chance moves. We've been lucky with them so far, but as you saw in the last case, it's very easy to fail. It's very easy to misclick even. So I'm very worried with this, but at least we're gonna save every few hours. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.